Hello everyone and welcome back to my space. My name is Nduweso. I'm a registered nurse working and living in the Republic of Ireland. In today's video, I want to explain to you some of the reasons that your visit visa or your exam visa may be refused by the Irish immigration system. So I have a copy of what a refusal letter looks like with me. So I'm just going to go through it and read. If you see me looking down, I'm reading from my phone. So the letter comes with addressing you, your address and everything, and then stating that they regret to announce to you that your visa has been refused through the following reasons. So reason number one was insufficient information on applicant employment. So if you are employed, you should be able to show your employment letter, your confirmation of employment, your pay slips from your employer, your bank statement that reflect the amount that was recorded on your pay slip. The next reason was insufficient evidence showing a link to your proposed sponsor. Let's say, for instance, you are a spouse and your sponsor is going to be your spouse. Then both of you are married, you are in a legal relationship. Then there should be evidence. One, in form of your marriage certificate that will show your ties with that person. If it's your parents, then their birth certificate, your birth certificate, letter of explanation stating this is your child, and pictures together, probably pictures from sometimes back and currently now, where the two of you are taking pictures together just to show that you have been with this person. As a child growing up with a parent, you should have some pictures together, so you add that just to prove to them that they are yours. So if it's like your aunt, your just show evidence that this person is your aunt. They can write a letter stating that you are their aunties. If there's been a previous help they've rendered to you, they state that with evidence just to show. Remember, if you can't prove, then it is not there. The next thing that was insufficient information on finances for the proposed visit. So they want you to have a reasonable amount of money in your account to be able to feed yourself, pay for your flight, pay for your accommodation, and pay for maybe any remainder money funds that may be left for your exams and stuff like that. So take into consideration all these things. They are not putting any specific amount on their website, but it's left for you to check how much is flight, how much is accommodation, how much should an average individual be feeding from in that place, and then you have this amount of money in your account. So calculate it. Let me state an example. Flight shouldn't be anything less than 500 euro. So you should have at least between 500 to like 900 for flight. Then for accommodation to like maybe 1,000 euro, since you are just going to stay for like 3 weeks or so in your account. Then your feeding average weekly probably 200, or yeah, probably 200 or 150. So if you are staying for like 3 weeks, combine that, have that amount in your account. Remember, you are putting this money in your home currency and it will be converted with the official rate, not the aboki rate. So you put all these things into consideration when you are putting money in your account. And then insufficient evidence that you have permission under the atypical working scheme as stated is required on your letter submitted from the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Ireland. So here I really do not understand why they wrote this down, because if you are coming for exams, then you are not to have the atypical working scheme, because that only happened when you have a job. Because one of the things you should apply for to get the AWS is your job contract. So I presume that probably if every other thing was in tune, they wouldn't have added this. But just so you know, on your decision letter, it will be stated that you can apply for your AWAs to come into the country and all whatnot. But I don't know if you apply without a job contract, they will give it to you. I don't think that, but just so you know. But you can as well explain in your letter that you will not have this as you do not have a job yet. You're just coming for the exam. Another reason they state was finance. Evidence submitted is deemed insufficient or incomplete. I already stated this previously about the money aspect of it. And then insufficient financial document in respect of proposed applicant has been submitted. Insufficient financial document in respect of proposed sponsor has been submitted. So probably this person had like a lump sum of money that wasn't explained. The sponsor has like some amount of money that wasn't explained. The Irish immigration system is very strict. They are very strict. They cross all their T's and dot all their I's before they don't just hand you a visa to come into their country. So everything about your application needs to be very robust. Then 6 months up to date bank statement has not been submitted in respect of the financial sponsor. So your sponsor will also submit 6 months bank statement and you also submit that as well. If there is any lump sum of money in your sponsor's account, he has to explain that. While he has that amount of money, what business he did to have that, and everything in between, he has to have that. Lump sum lodgement in the bank account submitted have not been properly evidenced. I already said that. All explanations for large or irregular lodgement should be corroborated by supporting documentation. So it is left for you to do all the writing and writing and writing and explanation and everything you need to do that. You have not provided sufficient evidence as to the source of your sponsor's income. I already explained that. You have not provided sufficient evidence as to the source of your income. So, what I think, not even what I think, if you say you are working for one company, some of us, you can work for one company, one hospital, and you also have like a side job with a private company that is paying you way higher. Your normal job could be like 120,000 while your other employer is paying you like 300,000. And then that money is still flowing into that same account. But at the same time, you do not want to prove that you now submit evidence of employment that you're working for this other employer without mentioning the other person. You see that it contradicts. So everything about you needs to be straightforward, explained, and backed up by supporting evidence. Now, another reason was obligations to return home country have not been deemed sufficient. The visa officer has considered the information submitted in support of your application and has found insufficient evidences of strong obligations to return to your country of residence. That is some of the reasons you can submit: evidence of family ties, employment, property owned or rented. I think that's self-explanatory because somebody that had, I think I will do that in the next video, what her application looked like that the visa was approved. Let me leave that for another video. So you need to submit all of this before they know that true after your exams you are going back. Then another thing was observe the conditions of the visa. The visa sought is for a specific purpose and duration. The applicant has not satisfied the visa officer that such conditions would be observed. Based on a full consideration of the supporting material submitted with the visa application, the need for you to attend the proposed exam in Ireland has not been fully demonstrated. Therefore, the visa officer is not yet assured that the conditions of this visa will be fully observed. So, why do you want to take the exams? That's the question they are asking. You need to answer that. Why do you want to take the exams? Also, No clear link to reference has been shown. You have failed to demonstrate with sufficient supporting evidence the claimed link between you and your sponsor. It is not clear to the visa officer how you are known to your sponsor or why your sponsor has decided to provide you with financial assistance. That's self explanatory. This decision can be appealed within blah blah blah. If you really want to get that visitor's visa to come for your exams, then you need to really get everything intact and in place. So those are some of the reasons why the visa was refused. I hope you learned a thing or two and will put everything in place when you are doing your own application. Thank you.